YouTube videos, there's like a whole category you got to go down and be like, these are all sponsored content, so that they put a little thing going, this person's paid to promote something somewhere in their video. Don't be triggered.
Yeah.
Speaking of don't be triggered, hello everyone. It's been a minute. We're back. We got some smooth jazz going in the background. Our wonderful storyteller is here, alive and well.
Again, for now.
For now. Time will tell. The night's still young. I'm kidding. I am just going to hand it over to you so that if you want to go over all that stuff, and then we can get started. We're one person tailing behind, but otherwise we are good to go.
So it's just me. My husband will probably no longer be joining us. He is employed.
Ooh,
Yay.
Congratulations.
Hey.
Just a reminder, this is being run on the Fate system, which is from Evil Hat Productions. We're using the Dresden Files. So if you are looking for an alternative because of a certain fiasco that most people on the internet who are gamers know about now, the Fate system's an alternative. It's a little more open, and it uses decent.
Yeah. We're 20 seconds away, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that in addition to that, PartyWipeGames is no longer going to be carrying any 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons content for the foreseeable future because we do not stand by any of the beliefs or practices of Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast at the time or in the future. They have lost all trust from us as customers and players. We have crossed the 2-minute mark, so I can proudly say fuck Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro for this terrible company-destroying decision, community-destroying decision, and my own personal faith in them destroying decision. Fuck Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. Everybody.
Wizards
And yeah,
fuck Wizards. Long live orcs, and long live the players.
The age of Wizards is
you're
over.
here at that.
Yep. That being
What really
said,
gets me is how blatant their apology was. Blatant lies.
It wasn't an apology.
yeah.
It wasn't an apology.
Yeah, it wasn't an apology.
It was a PR stunt. 1, 2, all of the stuff they were trying to say that they were trying to protect is already protected under copyright law.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they were trying to have an out to steal content from people. That's what it comes down to. Whether they want to say it wasn't or not, that's what it was.
Yeah. It was,
Fuck blatant lazy greed.
lazy reworded lies that did not fool anyone.
They don't understand their player base. They don't understand that majority of players are adult professionals, not teenagers or kids. These are people who have spent their life playing this and are now in professional situations. And this isn't like the fiasco with the card game, Magic. Like, they
That was bad.
already had a fiasco with that. They already had a fiasco with Warhammer. The difference between those games and something like 5th edition is those games are not memory derivative. They are problem solving, etc. Whereas when you're actually dealing with storytellers, which all players and all storytellers or DMs or whatever are storytellers, they have a longer memory when it comes to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
An older player base is wiser as well.
Anyway, they have had enough of our time. We are in a position now where we can go ahead and start. So,
absolutely.
Turn your noses up at them and let's get going.
So when
Let's go,
last
Wizard.
we left everyone, Chris's character Richard had a vision and vomited, which Shay aptly dodged. You guys have a head that needs to be autopsied, and Shay and Rin have a dinner to go to.
Also, a bunch of stuff was stolen.
Well, that might have consequences later.
Of course. Everything should have consequences. I encourage consequences.
Molotovs.
So our owner of this house is currently running a little bit late. So what I'm going to do is take over his character for a short time. He's going to let you guys know that he can do an autopsy on this head. It will take a few hours. So he suggests you guys entertain yourselves while he takes over that. The way that we'll do the dinner because of this situation, you guys do have a phone number that you can text whenever you guys are ready for that dinner. So if you wanted to do that while he is doing the autopsy, you can send a text message to one of the sorority sisters in the invite to ask if they are free for that dinner.
One of the story sisters?
Sorority sisters.
Oh, sorority. Okay.
I do believe I'm not invited to this.
You are neither a pledge nor a sister.
Exactly.
Do you want
You're
to be
also
a sister?
You can
male.
be a sister if you really want to.
They'll accept you if you're trans.
Richard is not trans.
Still a sister, so yeah, you would be accepted.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So,
So
it's still early in the day, right?
It was earlier in the day, but like you have enough time where if you were to text them, they could then get ready, and that gives you time to travel.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're fudging the time of day a little bit because of Brian being late, so I'm trying to make sure that.
Give it some padding.
Yeah.
Well, then Alexandrite is going to. Alexandrite has been very bored, having gone off on her own. So once it's clear that there is going to be more time that needs to be spent here, she has already sent several texts to these sorority sisters. You know, very, very casual. Hey, girl, what's up? What time are we meeting? You know, trying to spark up that conversation and build some camaraderie with them to better situate the two of them when they get there.
So the one that you send the text to sends back their contact card via the text. It's Lydia, and she says, we're ready. It sounds like you're looking for something to do. We're ready whenever you want to. Heads up. One of the girls is being very insistent that her boyfriend come. So if you have guys you want to introduce us to, we're down.
Alexandrite's going to consider for a moment, and we have two people still with us, right? I'm trying to remember who's who. So Richard
I am
and
Derek.
Derek. Richard and Derek are still here. Justin is Brian's character.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Alexandrite's going to walk back to where everybody else is, and she's going to take like one of the low-key sneaky shots of the two of them and then text it over to them and be like, I do, but are you sure? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
The next
First
question
off,
is, are
fuck you, Derek Smith.
That's Alexandrite saying that, not me.
you get a text back, are they in the know?
Yes.
Dating pool's small, they can come.
There's going to be one final response that says, they probably will faster than you think. And then she'll just walk back to the group.
Is this like a group text we're in?
Not this one.
Oh, then I guess I just send my own.
Or I could have told you that we were good. And
Oh, okay. What did they say?
They sent the information to meet up with everybody, and they said we could bring Derek and Richard if they are feeling lonely. Hey, boys, you want to meet some desperate sorority sisters?
Sure, it beats setting in an autopsy.
It's
Well, that's really
true.
fair, actually.
They might actually have a pulse,
Uh,
says the vampire.
The mic card, you have a pulse.
I know. It's still funny.
Might's being operative.
I kind of do glance back to where Justin took the corpse after the autopsy.
He took it into a guest house.
Yeah, he took it into a guest house. Are we
Yeah.
sure we want any of us to be left alone?
If we're going to be
you-
leaving anybody alone, I feel Justin in his own house is probably
Yeah.
the safest.
Keep in mind, being in his own house means he's protected by a threshold.
That is true. Okay, but we'll get him to. I will tell Justin to text us when he's done, so that one of us can come back to get him. I don't like the idea of any of us traveling alone.
Okay. So just send him a text message because he's in his
Yeah.
basement. So
Yeah. So before I
Can
go,
you drive us?
yeah, but you can get an Uber.
yeah, we can get over.
Okay.
Before we go, can I just roll an investigation to see if I noticed anything weird going on? My ankles are up, and there's stuff that's missing from where it's supposed to be.
You can look.
Okay, I'm going to roll an investigation.
Now, what are you saying when you think that there's things missing from where they're supposed to be?
No, I'm saying there is things missing from where they're supposed to be. There's stuff missing from cabinets and stuff. Because somebody has been going around stealing things. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that,
but do you know that house well enough to notice that?
I also wasn't in the area.
Probably
You guys
not.
were.
Probably not. That's a good point. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Okay. So you just text him,
Fair enough. Yep.
and then you guys book an Uber.
Yep.
All right. So you guys can get an Uber. You get there, and it is one of those nice suburban, mid-century, modern type houses. It's pretty big because it is a sorority house. And there is a note taped to the door that says, you can come in.
Alexandrite will look to the two gentlemen expectantly.
Derek will open the door and hold it open.
So nice of you. And she'll walk through.
Same with Maeve.
So there's go ahead.
Oh no, I just give the note a look and shrug and go in too.
Okay. So in the living room, there's about 6 women. You can smell that food is being cooked from a little hallway. You can smell the food. And the 6 women are 2 are playing video games. 2 are 3 are actually studying. And then the other one is just dicking around on her phone.
Well, we're here.
Hello.
That gets them to look up. One of the 3 studying calls out, Lids! The newbies are here. And a girl comes out. She is dressed somewhat modestly. She's got a nice blouse with some jeans. She has no shoes on. She just points to a shoe rack. Shoes off when you come inside. Food's getting cooked. I'm Lydia. This is the sorority house for Phi Zeta. And this is the common room. We've got a couple other rooms I can show you around. You guys want anything to drink before I start the tour?
If you're offering, I will gladly accept something. And she holds her hand out. Alexandrite, Avarashia, Wraith, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And she holds out a hand towards her.
May
She'd shake your hand.
Pleasure to meet you.
She'd shake Alexandria's hand first, and then Mauve. I'm Lydia. My parents own the Grove, so.
Oh,
Oh,
the entire grove? That is... Wow, I am color me impressed.
I mean, it is one building. It's just a nice building.
It's a very nice building. I don't give compliments freely, so take it as seriously as you like. That is a legitimate compliment. We enjoyed the Grove just last night.
Good to hear. The sorority mother is my older sister. Those three over there studying are Moira, Dahlia, Ashlyn. The two playing video games are Victoria and Brianna. And the one on her phone is Opal. This is our entryway where we have all the shoes.
Sorry, quick question.
Richard takes. Sorry.
Could
after
you
you.
repeat those? Sorry, could you repeat those names again for me, please?
Yeah. Moira, Dahlia, Ashlyn. The one speaking to you is Lydia. She says her older sister Jessica is the sorority mom. The two playing video games are Victoria and Brianna. And the one on her phone is Opal.
Okay. I was just like, Alexandrite is not going to remember any of these, but now since Shay asked, I wrote them down.
That's fair.
So Lydia, Moira, Dahlia, Ashlyn, Victoria, Brianna, Opal.
And Jessica for the sorority mother.
I kick off my shoes since I was asked.
yeah, Derek's doing the same.
Shoes are off.
Same.
She will, Alexandrite will hook an arm with Lydia and say, I would be most appreciative for the offered tour and the drink.
No worries. All right, this way. She leads you through the hall. The hallway has an offshoot to what looks like a study, a dining room, and then a kitchen. So she takes you straight to the kitchen first, where there are two girls cooking. And she asks what you guys want to drink.
Richard is going to ask for some water with a lemon in it, like a slice of lemon.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a big drinker.
What do they have there, or are we just making it up?
They have like a full bar. This is a fucking sorority.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's not just a full bar though. There's a mini fridge that is marked Victoria and Mina. There is A couple of fridges kind of like that, but the main one that's like the largest is actually one marked for those two. All of the other ones are like, those like 4-can mini fridges.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a small stack of those. And then there's a big glass front fridge that has like a bunch of mixers and things like that. Along with a small area that's clearly set up as like a full bar. This kitchen has like the full wraparound on the outside with the glass front fridge, then a regular fridge. Then it has a I just went blank. Like one of those chest freezers in there as well. It's got an island, and she explains that they also have wine if you're interested, but the wine isn't kept upstairs.
I'll take Dr. Pepper with some Kraken in it then.
Coconut chocolate Kahlua, if it's available.
She would make them. She's clearly talented at booze. Her parents own a bar, so you're probably not that surprised.
She's mixing it up.
You are given your drinks. Jeweler, did you want anything?
Just water, please.
All right. So she
Boys
gives
only
you.
get water.
Behaving themselves.
She gets you waters. She's like, so this is the kitchen. Our two chefs over there are two of the sorority sisters. That one's Mina, and that one is Catherine. She makes a slide on the island and then lifts up a portion of the island's counter, and you see stairs. And she's like, down there's the wine cellar. She just closes it back up. We've got our full bar there. Everyone gets a little mini fridge in case they have dietary needs.
Yes, those dietary needs.
Other than that, there's kind of a rule in the house: if it's in the main area and it's not in one of your labeled fridges or in your own room where you might have a mini fridge, like, it's free game. So just like, if you guys get accepted during pledge week, know that. That's the main hall right there that we just walked down. If you'll follow me this way.
No,
She leads you back into the main hall and then leads you to the study, which has like a nice little fireplace. It's actually a 2-story study, with 3 of the walls lined in books, with one of those like spiral metal staircases. It looks very custom built, but also like this person was clearly a fan of like the 90s Casper or like Goosebumps, like Beetlejuice, stuff like that. Like, they definitely had some inspiration from those 90s movies. He shows you the study. It has a 2 chessboards. It's got a long, on the bottom floor, it's got a long like project table where there's some books laid out. Upstairs there's some independent, like almost like cubby type study areas where you would be surrounded on, like, the little desk is surrounded on 3 sides, so you would just put your laptop there and then you kind of have some privacy to study. And and she just kind of shows you that study area. And like I said, there's like a nice fireplace and some sitting areas. The house definitely feels bigger than it seemed on the outside. But keep in mind, when you're pulling up to that suburban type house, you only really see the front. But you also suspect there might be a little bit of magic in this as well. Hi, baby. Hi, Luna. And then she takes you out of the study and takes you towards the dining room, where you can see it's set for like 30 people.
Oh,
And she just
You
looks.
could be busy.
So there's currently 15 sisters plus the sorority mother, but we often have people invite their friends or significant others or whatever, so the dining room's kept kind of large, but we can extend or add more tables in here if we need to.
Yes,
Um,
you mentioned someone's bae coming to crash the party.
Well, he's coming, which means a couple of the other girls have invited their boyfriends too, so.
Mm.
But
Oh, well then it's not going to be that strange that we brought these two along then.
no. No, if it was just her and we weren't able to like invite others, we would have told her no anyway. But she was just insistent.
makes sense.
She's in that time in the relationship where like they're always together type thing.
Ah, yes, okay.
You know. Luna. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of dog issues right now. Baby girl, move. Move.
You're just so happy.
I know. Yeah, sit there. That's fine. Just sit. Sit. Okay. So she showed you kitchen and okay. She takes you further down the hall and you see kind of like a game room. It's got like billiards in there. It's got some arcade cabinets. And in there you see a couple girls with some male partners. And she brings you in. So that's Nancy and her boyfriend Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hey.
Goldie and her boyfriend John.
Sorry,
That's
can you
Nancy and John.
So
So it's
it's-
nothing, Ethan. Then
Nancy and Ethan,
Oh, Nancy, Ethan. Sorry.
Goldie and John,
Goldie. Okay.
Phoebe and Dorian. So there's 6 people playing pool right now.
Just for a bit of context, Richard has been looking fairly like dead-eyed most of this time. He perked up a little when he saw the study, and he's perked up a little bit now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm just kind of like watching the game unfolding there, like the billiards game.
Mm-hmm.
something finally stir your interest?
I do like games. I don't get to play much. Too busy with things.
You
Haven't
just what you
played-
were afraid to.
I have to keep a clear head, but can't be a boy.
Sorry, what was that last part?
You can't be a dull boy.
Hmm.
All work and no play.
No, play makes back. Yes, exactly.
So this
That's
is the
good.
this is
Sorry.
primarily the first floor. We do have a basement, which is pretty neat. She leads you to like uh the last door in the hallway that she opens and helps you guys come downstairs. And you actually see it's been turned into this finished basement. It has a nice pool with a workout room, a small sauna, and then the rest of the half of the basement has been turned into like an underground garden.
Damn.
And you see one person swimming. That's Callie. She's practically glued to the water. So is Opal usually, but she's doing her thing right now. And then the next, so upstairs we have 2 floors of bedrooms.
Well, you don't have to show us those yet.
It's kind of the plan. But there's 20 bedrooms, so we have enough opening for if everyone still gets their own room, which is what we strive for, we have 4 rooms still open.
Oh, wonderful. Currently sharing, so having my own room would be much more preferable.
Yeah, the only thing you share is so each bedroom has a shared vanity and shared bathtub space, like shower bathtub
It's
combo.
like the bathroom connects the rooms.
Yeah, but each room has their own toilet, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, Brian, welcome here.
Welcome
Welcome,
in.
welcome.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
just a real quick thing for Brian. You let them go while you went into your guest house, to do the autopsy, and the only thing you've gotten while you're in there is a text from Richard saying, "Let us know when you're done." You let them know it could take 2 to 4 hours for you to finish an autopsy.
That's fair. Thank you so much.
So they did not enter your guest house. They simply stepped away for now to go do the dinner.
Wonderful.
Okay. So back to the group. She lets you know Heather and Reagan tend to stay in their rooms unless there's a reason for them to come out, but they're the last 2 current sisters.
Wonderful.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Can I roll lore to know if mermaids are a thing?
You can.
Okay, my lore is average, so we'll see what happens.
You could also ask the person that's standing in front of you.
Are they
True, but
mermaids?
Yeah, but asking is so rude.
Alexandrite will say it then. Are they mermaids?
No, we don't have any mermaid sisters right now. Opal's a siren and Kali's a naga.
Well, there you go. They are also water-adjacent spirits.
Right.
Speaking of, is the whole of the sorority?
Every person in our sorority's in the know. My mom's an angel. My dad's a protean. 3 of the girls are witches. 1 is a white court from the Fear family. Glory is a changeling from the Summer Court. We've got at least 2 vampires, and one of them's a ghoul. We've got a hag, a dragon, a siren. I already said siren. Nancy's a shifter. And then Catherine's the most normal out of us. She's actually a Catholic cleric.
And who is my counterpart from the White Court?
Oh, that's Phoebe.
Making a note. Phoebe is a fear. White Court.
Yeah, she was playing Dillard's with her boyfriend Dorian.
For once, interest is piqued, and she makes a note of that.
It was from the Sealy.
That's Goldie.
Real quick, Brian, your noise is feeding into the stream. Can you mute yourself?
I will totally do that right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I don't suppose you already know who we are?
Well, you guys used magic, and we have stuff that tells us when a female uses magic on campus.
Oh, that's
so that we know to send out an invite. But that's all we have. It just tells us like the first time you used it and what, like, an ID basically, so we can send you an invite.
I'm on Sealy.
Okay.
Changeling.
Okay. And you're White Core, right?
Yes. I belong to the Wraith family.
Okay. Just Wraith?
Well, no. Avaricia Wraith would be my full name.
I see.
Just gonna casually name drop. Are you impressed? Be impressed.
I think Dorian's from Avaricia. Dorian's Phoebe's boyfriend.
Wonderful. Good to know.
I know with big families it can get hard to even tell which one's yours or which one's not, right?
Mm-hmm. It's far too many to keep track of most days, but it's good to know who is who and who to know.
Oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
You said his name was Dorian, right?
Dorian, yes.
Okay. Got it down.
Well, is there anywhere you'd like to hang out until dinner's ready?
Your best spot. Pick it.
My favorite spot?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Probably the game room.
Well, then let's go.
It's also the one that has the most boys, so maybe your guys will feel less out of place.
They'll feel right at home, I'm sure.
So she leads you guys back to the room where the billiards is. And getting to spend a little more time in the room, you know, they have billiards, they have some arcade cabinets, they have like a foosball, they have another TV with some video game systems hooked up.
I should warn you, I'm a touch competitive.
No
A
worries.
touch.
Don't think you're the only one.
Do you guys want to go ahead?
Richard's gonna go over to the foosball and kind of like play it to try and get his mind off, you know, literally experiencing death less than an hour ago.
Fair. So you head towards foosball.
I feel like I'm gonna wait until there's an opening for billiards, and then I want to show off.
Okay. And Dougler and Ren, What are you guys looking to do?
I am just staying attached to Lydia's arm. If she doesn't try to pull away at all, I am expecting her to keep me entertained.
Okay.
Derek will play foosball with Richard.
Okay. Lydia takes you over to the arcade cabinets. They've got some golden oldies. They've got like the Simpsons arcade game.
Oh fuck yes! They've already won me
Oh
over.
God, yeah.
They've got Wild Racers or something is one of them. It's an old Sega game that you are like on a motorcycle. They've got some Tekken. These are also like clearly been upgraded too, because like the Tekken one doesn't just have like one Tekken game; it has like a bunch of games that you can select.
Ooh.
Does it have Crazy Taxi?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Also like the cruising games. But like there's multiple cabinets, so like one is all Tekken, one is all driving games, one is all cruising games, one is all like Simpson style arcade games, stuff like that.
Would zero in on the Simpsons arcade one, and she would like, let's play that one, and she'll immediately lock into Homer.
That's fine. She'd play it with you. Everything is free, so there's no like coins. Basically their arcade games are just unlocked.
That's the best kind of game.
Seeing you kind of hovering a little bit, Goldie would cheerfully look at you. Did you want to play?
I'd love to.
Sure. So there's 7 of us now, so why don't we just switch off? The others
That sounds
agree.
perfect.
They re-rack and just decide to go just in rounds.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of the game, but it's the one where you go in order, basically.
Yeah.
So, Dorian greets you,
I do definitely like introduce myself to each of them, making sure to give equal attention to each one, not just like as a group.
So Dorian gives you a kiss on the hand. Very suave, for lack of a better term. You can kind of tell the relationship between him and Alexandra based on the attitudes. There's that, oh, you're nice. You look like you fit in. Like that level of reading you and determining your worth type attitude.
Okay.
Dorian.
That was Dorian.
Phoebe is a little on the gothier punk edge of things. She's pretty much like, hey, and other than that is just like we're playing together. We'll talk during the game. No real need to actively do a introduction for her. Goldie is very bubbly. She's very much like, hi, welcome. Very, very much comes off the kind of person you expect from that court.
We balance each other.
John's pretty well built. He looks a little gruff, a little bit of like facial hair and everything. He's a little less kempt, for lack of a better term. He introduces himself to you with a firm handshake. John of the Wild Court, nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Me fand Kili. Unsili Court.
All 3 of us are here then. Nancy is a little bit more shy. She doesn't like touch in her introduction, but she's like, "Hi, I'm Nancy. This is Ethan." Ethan's just like, "Hey." He does have a little bit of that, like, he's a little touchy-feely with Nancy. He kind of checks you out a little bit. You know, typical college guy attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You notice he's also checked out Alexandria.
Well, it's lovely to meet all of you.
No worries. Nancy goes first. Then they let you go next, and then they go their rounds.
Okay. If I wanna make a good impression on them during this game, should I roll performance or presence or anything?
You could do, let's see, let me pull it. It depends on how you're doing it, because like rapport would also work. Where are those pages? Here. So for having a discussion, so performance would be entertaining them, trying to get them on your side. Presence is reputation and commandment. Rapport is your chit chat. Empathy would be connecting with them and reading them.
What page was that on? I went straight to skills, but I don't see
120.
it. 120. Oh, I'm way off. I will go through those again shortly, but I feel like entertaining. I'll try entertaining them for performance. I feel like and then I call aspects again. Sorry, it's been a while. I'm trying to drudge up all
So
the.
you can call aspects if any aspects exist that you can argue in this scenario.
Okay. Can I call wait, do we still have the caffeine aspect?
I would say yes, except for Chris, who actively lost it.
Okay. I'd like to call that aspect. I'd also like to call the aspect of just kind of settling back into like a societal kind of the almost that kind of like courtly feel.
Yeah.
And I
basically you're in your element.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a good enough aspect, but would I be able to call the aspect of just being a having that face eye kind of wanting to show off kind of come out?
I think that's where we argued. I think that one and the last one are kind of the same, because you're in your element. You're chatting. You're court. You're performing in court type.
Fair enough.
Pretty good. So it does seem like you're starting to make a good impression. Goldie is all about chatting with you. She's Smile, like whenever it's not her turn, she is next to you and she's like, "So what's your major?"
Sociology.
"Oh, neat."
How about
"Mine's
you?"
fine arts."
Oh, I am excited.
"So what are you hoping to use with your sociology?"
I wanted to study thanatology in particular,
"Neat."
mostly to how people deal with mortality, and if there are any ways to mediate that process, I suppose.
"That sounds fun. So, do you think you're going to go Faye?"
I'm honestly not sure yet. I definitely enjoy it. My father uh, wants me to know what it's like to be a normal person before I decide.
Fair enough. Is your dad the Fae?
No, that's my mother.
Ooh,
How about you?
is she? My mom's the Fae too.
Uh, and would I be able to? You know, is your father a wizard too?
Oh no, my dad's just a normal human.
Oh, how do you meet?
How did he meet my mom?
Hmm?
He went camping in the wrong spot.
Sounds like it might have ended up better for him.
Could have ended up better.
My father and mother met when he summoned her.
That must have been fun.
Apparently, they're still on good terms.
That's good. It means he didn't botch it.
What about you? Have you made a decision yet?
I haven't yet, but I'm probably going to end up being a Fae. Mom says it's best not to make that decision while I'm still actively doing things like school, though.
I suppose it makes sense. I am very interested though. What type of fine arts?
Oh, I like painting a lot and sculpting.
I would love to see some of your work sometime.
Sure. How about after dinner, if you're not busy?
Absolutely.
Maybe I can do a painting of you.
Should I be keeping my clothes on or off?
Well, that's up to you.
Am I able, just kind of like looking at her stature, am I able to figure out what type of fae her parent might be?
Um, you can roll a. I would let you roll an empathy or a lore.
Definitely going to do lore, and I'm going to have to get empathy. Lore.
Say that's good for this. Specifically because she's the same kind you are.
Okay.
Pixie.
May I ask a question? How loud is this group being? Like, am I able to hear them over at the foosball?
You can hear them over at the foosball. They're not so loud that you can't ignore them, but like they're not trying to be quiet.
I'm actively listening. I'm eavesdropping. Like
That's
trying
fine.
to. Yeah. Okay.
Goldie especially is not being quiet.
How poorly are you playing that? Because I'm playing you at foosball.
Can I roll guns to see how well? Because it does say other projectile weapons on guns.
Sure. If you guys want to roll guns against each other to see how well you're doing.
Are you using it specifically as a weapon?
It's aiming in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see how I do. I don't have any aspects for help with this, so let's see.
No, you're gonna be rolling against Dougler, not me.
Oh yeah, great.
And I roll fast instead, so it's because I'm doing something physical.
Sure.
Okay, and I'm going to tag the coffee. Three.
So you guys tied, I would say, because of your recent issues, Richard, he gets the edge.
Yeah, I'll give him the edge. That's absolutely fine.
So he is currently
like a little off. I'm sure enough to like re-roll or anything. It's me trying to get my mind off things, not so much me trying to like beat him. Maybe if I was feeling a bit better, I'd be more into it. But I'm a little out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like you're successfully getting your mind off things, but you're still distracted.
Yeah.
Like you're not focusing on it, is what it comes down to.
Yeah. Okay.
Lydia is playing with Alexandria. So what's your major, Alexandria?
Business and finance. And it's Alexandrite.
Sorry, Alexandrite. No worries. My apologies.
It's okay. It's quite all right. She is playing to win, of course, even though it's a competitive game. There are still scores for the Simpsons game, so she is grabbing all of the power-ups aggressively and all of the point value things, because to her, that is what's important.
So you're in some business classes.
I am.
So you and I might share some classes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. I'm looking forward to having more time with you.
That would be cool. Yep. I'm doing business with a minor in chemistry.
You're going into pharmaceuticals then?
Well, it's more like knowing the chemistry of things lets you also make really good drinks.
You're going to continue the family business.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Of course. That makes sense.
So.
I want to continue building up just like a good reputation with Lydia then. She's already got her claws sunk in, so why not build a little more?
Seems she's not playing competitively. She's playing for fun.
Mm-hmm.
She is using this to build rapport with you. She's not worried about.
Yeah, the score is just her nature. Anything. Yeah, the score is just her nature kicking in. But it seems like Alexandrite is having a good time with her, despite the competitive nature that is inherent in having a high score. So I wanted to try and roll something to help build that up as well.
So if you're trying to build up your reputation specifically,
mhm.
you could do.
I have a higher presence, but rapport is not too far from it. Presence is a 3 and rapport is 2.
Presence actually does help with reputation.
Okay, so then I will roll presence, because it is still a cooperative game. Oop. 3.
That would pass. She's not doing anything to defend herself against you getting in her good graces. So
I think all the while she will just like not invade personal bubble, but we kind of established that she wrapped around her arm and stuff, so she is very close and just testing the waters of where the personal bubble is. And
this is a person who clearly has had a lot of siblings. You know that from seeing how many people were actually at the bar and everything. So this is not a person that even blinks at you being all up in that bubble. You're not doing anything to actively cross a line. She doesn't seem to care.
So you did invite a boyfriend along?
Oh, I don't have one.
No, really. She just a little like Alexandrite will remember this appears directly above her head. This is interesting.
It's tedious to have a boyfriend.
Indeed.
And with a family as large as mine, getting them to get over the intimidation factor can be tedious too.
Yes, it's quite the hassle. It's far better to just have good friends, right?
Tends to work out that way, for now at least. So, Mauve, as you're talking with Goldie, and it comes to be Nancy's turn, Ethan comes over to you. Hi. So, you're looking at sociology for a major?
That's right.
I'm doing psychology myself.
What are you aiming for in psychology?
Hoping to be get a doctorate in it, actually.
Very ambitious.
It is, but I like talking to people, being around people and stuff.
We weren't told what Nancy and Ethan were we?
Not directly.
Okay.
No. You were only told Dorian and John out of the guys that are there. You were told that there were like at least 2 vampires. So she didn't directly say who everyone was, only some of them.
Yeah, but it was definitely noted that we didn't specify what kind of vampires outside of the other White Court. They're just vampires.
With your knowledge, you know that a ghoul also means it was there's either a black court or red court there, and black courts stand out. So you would have, through basic knowledge as a vampire yourself, know that through process of elimination, one's probably a red court. If it's not
Black Court would be much more noticeable if we saw them.
Correct.
Basically a walking corpse.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm sure we'll end up having a few classes together.
That'll be fun. Maybe we can study together.
I look forward to it.
All right then.
Will your girlfriend be joining us? Is she also a psychology major?
No, she's actually here on an athletic scholarship. She's right now just trying to get her general education done.
Let's see. So it's so hard for me to remember because I did a dual education
Mhm.
when I entered college and then moved to another college.
Mhm.
So I didn't have those first 2 years normally. So in sororities, do like if they're already there, are they usually at least a sophomore?
You can get into sororities earlier. Generally speaking, you probably aren't. Generally speaking, you would be a sophomore, but you can get into them earlier. Typically, the only requirement, my understanding is, for a freshman is that you have to live on campus, and being in a sorority that is on campus will count.
Okay. All right. Well, I had a quip, but I don't remember what it was. I'm sorry.
You're fine. So,
Sorry, go on.
go on.
Uh, so how often do you make it out here?
To the
With-
sorority?
Yeah.
Or
Got
try
here
to come
through
at least once a
Gymnasium?
week. Yeah. Try to come out at least once a week. He pulls out a piece of paper and writes his phone number down, along with Nancy's phone number.
Right, she'll take it. She'll exchange numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also a point. I think there is like some point where I glance over to where
Alexandrite?
yeah, Alexandrite and Lydia are, because she still wanted to speak with them before the evening was out. Well, I appreciate this.
Yeah, no worries.
If I'm being entirely honest, this is all new experience for me.
I mean, new experiences are the best experiences, right? As long as they don't go well.
Sometimes, unless they're trying to kill you, then little less fun.
Yeah, I literally like fumble a foosball when you say that.
Yeah, I
People try
glance
to
over.
kill you often.
I glance over and I just do the I like snap my finger and point to him and I like got him.
Threw off his concentration.
No worries. So, people try and kill you often.
Shoot you the
Kill? No. Kidnap a little more. Never really works out in their favor, though.
More than once.
I figure it's all a game.
Fair enough.
Mildly concerned. Fair enough.
Not too terribly often, no. I do hear there's a little bit of trouble going on around campus, but hopefully that all gets blown over.
Yeah, there was one of the girls from the sorority actually a while ago.
From here.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Uh, Nancy, sweetheart. What was the name of that one girl? What one girl? The one that went missing. Oh, um, I came after that. Lydia. Yeah. What was that one girl's name that got missing? Susan.
Do girls go missing here often?
No, we've only
is
had
Susan
one
the name-
female.
Hmm.
What's that, Chris?
Out of character question. Was Susan the name of the girl that I touched and became
Yes.
inside by? Yeah. Yeah, I am now looking even more. I have stopped playing. And I'm inching my way over
Okay,
towards
Richard?
them.
Excuse me, a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going to. You know what? No, I'm not. I don't say that. Not yet. I'll still wait. I'll wait my turn.
Okay. So Chris, you are
Mhm.
backing up, and your whatever has gotten everyone's attention.
Yeah, I am not. I am obviously very disturbed by this. And I. They said that there were 4 rooms open and there were 15 of them, correct?
There
And
are
there were 20
currently
rooms.
there are 15 sorority women,
Okay.
sisters. There is one sorority mother, and then there are
Okay.
20 rooms.
Is her room undisturbed? Or is it in use?
I mean, no one's in that room right now, but she went missing like 3 months ago.
Mm.
Like her family got her stuff.
Richard looks very kind of sad about that fact. Because who knows, it could have given him a little bit more information. But he also doesn't want to reveal to the entire crowd, hey, I touched things, I learned stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did Richard even tell us that you saw something?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did I?
you guys
I
saw
don't
that he
remember it.
experienced a thing. Did
Are
someone
you
just
having-
leave? No.
Uh,
Oh, it was
fast
the
note.
music bot. Okay.
Oh.
Anyway.
Weird. I'll tell it to start up again. I did realize that it wasn't playing music.
You okay there, buddy?
Are you having another episode?
I now I kind of glare at them a little bit. I walk over to both of them. Can I just talk to you both alone for a moment? And I can over. Shit, my brain is not working. Pickler's characters. Well,
Derek.
brain's not getting your name right. Derek. I beckon you over as well. Okay, just one moment, please. Sorry, it's very sorry.
Well,
Let's get you some air, dude.
I suppose I'll be back.
Yeah. That was a girl. I say when we're alone.
Right, the spy thing was.
That head was The missing girl, that was the girl. The head thing was that girl.
That's the head you left with Justin?
Yes, that's her.
That's fucked up.
I know. I was her. Yes, I know.
You were her.
This is a
I
weird
experienced it from
conversation
her
to be having.
perspective. Yes. Almost as weird as temporarily becoming someone and experiencing their literal death.
Oh no, I mean it's a bit weird that like do you want to talk to the do you want to talk to her sisters?
I don't know. For all we know, one of them could have been in on it. I don't think so, but that's a possibility. As far as I can tell, he's working alone, but I had a very limited perspective. I was hoping that maybe I could, take something of hers if it was still here, but apparently all her stuff is gone. Though maybe one of them might have something that was left to them by her if she was really close to someone. But that would be revealing what I can do.
Well, if you're just looking to maybe get a little help, then our new angel friend, perhaps?
Maybe, yes, okay.
You guys stepped outside.
Yeah, we did for a moment to talk this through.
So the door that's between the outside and the inside, there's a knock on it. Just softly.
Oh, okay. I gently open it.
It's Ethan. Hey, do you need some water or something?
Actually, some water would be amazing right now, thank you.
Hands you a cooled bottle of water.
Yeah, I am drinking it slowly because my stomach's still upset after earlier today.
So are you guys okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Anyone else need anything?
Well, yes, but it has nothing to do with the conversation.
No, we are just making sure that he was all right.
Oh, okay.
Are you all right?
Not really, no. But it's something that will pass in time. There's nothing that you can really do to... He's still at the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm being a lot more careful with my words. It's something that will pass in time.
Should we let Justin know?
I'll take care of that in just a moment. Thank you, that's a good idea.
Hey, Venus said the food's ready.
I'm gonna glance to Derek. Don't suppose you mind staying with him for a moment?
Yeah, I got it.
Casey falls over.
I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. He didn't even have anything to drink. But I'll start heading back inside and just kind of glance towards Alexandrite.
You didn't even give him anything to drink. Is he going to be all right?
No, he gave me the water.
He gave
I have the
water.
water.
No, I meant drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
The water
I
was
mean-
spiked with alcohol.
So yeah, the water was spiked with pure vodka.
It was never
Good old
water.
son Sam.
100% vodka.
it can make me help my Molotov.
That's weird. Somebody replaced all of this water with pure alcohol.
God damn it, you're in the wrong game.
Ethan is just like kind of being a little bit of an awkward turtle.
I'm
Alright, I
stepping
got it.
back inside.
He leads you guys to the dining room.
On the way, I'm just gonna lean over and whisper to Alexandrite if she's with me. Do you think we should speak with Lydia?
I mean, I would love to go back to talking with Lydia, but now we have to bring this up. Alexandrite is a woman of priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's go. The sooner we get this over with.
All right.
So Ethan brings you guys to the dining room where you see everyone kind of getting ready and putting plates down and everything with food. Lydia would look up. Everything good?
Right now, yes. We're a little bit worried about the missing girl.
Susan.
Mhm.
We have some potentially helpful information.
Really? Give me a second. She runs upstairs, comes back down with a woman who looks like an older version of her with a few different features. This is my sister, Jessica.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hey,
I'm May Fountkili.
you guys want to come to the study with me?
Yes, please.
She brings you guys to the study. Everyone else is in the dining area right now, so you guys do have the study to yourselves, and she closes the door. You have information.
The other day, we were at the Grove, and someone was able to forewarn me of a danger of me getting kidnapped.
At the Grove.
Yes. That sort of led us into a little bit of not at the Grove, outside of it. On
Okay.
campus. My original intention was to walk home. At some point, but we ended up driving instead. One of our friends doesn't. One of our friends is a seer, I think.
Okay.
But I think they were attacked instead. And something came after us. It was a face wrapped around some kind of basketball-sized thing. I think that was her.
She's wrapped around a basketball thing.
And undead.
Someone's turned Susan into an undead head.
Oh, tell her the best part.
The best part? What's the best part?
No? Nobody? Alright, I'll do it. We found her.
You found her.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Wait. Nobody else? Okay.
Well,
so,
you two are the only two there.
oh, that's right.
I'm-
Okay. You guys didn't come with us. Okay.
Yeah,
So, I wasn't involved in the majority of this, but it would seem that they've come across her remains. This doesn't sound very good when I'm saying it out loud. We currently have somebody looking into what caused her death. They're in the know. We have not reported it to the authorities for some reason because we were trying
Probably
to
because it's an undead and you shouldn't tell mundane authorities about that.
Well, I mean, like, the authorities in the know. We have people who handle this stuff, right?
Yeah, the mountain.
Yeah.
You don't involve the mountain over something like this.
Oh, well then, hey, we have her body, and or at least her head, and we're trying to figure out who caused this. So that's the best part.
Who's looking into it?
A wizard.
Like the White Court? Or White Council?
I don't think he falls under that. Oh gosh, Justin, why are you not here to help me?
What?
Alexandrite knows very little about Justin, so she is legitimately not able to give her real information.
Yeah, being from a court of winter and death, would I have any idea what kind of wizard Justin is?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well, he definitely seemed to be an expert in the field, and we were attacked while on his grounds.
Okay, can I have his address?
I'll actually take out the phone and say, I can actually call him now if you'd like.
Why don't you text him and see if I can come over to his place?
Okay. I will text Justin. It seems like our potential new sorority is where the missing girl is from. Sorority mother wants to speak with you. She is in the know.
Okay.
just
Okay.
note, like, literally at the same time he got a message from me saying, hey, I think I found out where the girl was from. She's from the sorority that we went to. I'm not sure if I should let them know about my particular set of skills.
At the same time, someone else texts him.
Yep.
Hey, I think I know where the girl came from.
So I know you guys aren't part of the sorority yet.
That's why I said potential.
Would you two be okay if I took a piece of your hair? In case something does happen?
Let's insight check in this.
Insight check, so you're trying to read her basically, which would be empathy.
Oh, I
don't have empathy. Okay, so
All right.
I'm
Here
still
we go.
suspicious of it. Boop. A 1.
A 0.
So you
I-
can't read her well at the moment. You're both a little stressed out. You know that your hair can be used in spells,
Yeah.
and she is able to see your hesitance. I will swear on my power that your hair will not be used for anything other than locating you if there's an assumption of your endangerment.
I think at that she'll pluck a hair and offer it.
She takes the hair, holds onto the hair while you do, and shakes your hand. I swear on my power, I will not use your hair for anything other than locating you in the assumption that you are in an ill situation.
Thank you.
Very
And she
reluctantly,
would-
Alexandrite will do the same.
She would put the hair in a small tube and label it. And she would do the same thing with Alexandrite. I swear on my power, I will not use your hair for anything other than locating you if we feel like you are in danger. And then she takes your hair, puts it in a small tube, labels it. She writes down both of your phone numbers, and she lets you come into her room, which is actually on the first floor behind a somewhat hidden access point in the study. And she shows you a lock of the hair, like a lock, like a safe that has a biometric lock.
Oh shit! It's extreme.
And she
So-
puts the vial into a collection of hairs, and she relocks it.
She's also an angel, I'm guessing.
Yes, she's half angel.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I kind of tilt my head and I'm just like, you're like some kind of angelic PI or something.
Well, what I am doesn't have the same magical aura as something like a wizard. We've also built this so that if power fails, it maintains locked.
Oh no, I think that's pretty cool.
So the other benefit is I am downstairs and most of the magic happens upstairs. So there's that.
Do the others know? Or have any idea about this? Other than her just being missing.
When she went missing is when we started to implement this. So everyone is aware that Susan went missing. Goldie, Brianna, and Opal are our three newest pledges. They were not here when she went missing. Everyone else was.
Well, I suppose this does make things a little bit safer for us.
So if either of you go missing, text me. Because at least we have the ability to potentially track you.
If it is in my capability, I will do so.
She
Thank
grabs
you.
some business cards and hands them to you. She hands you about 10. These also have my number, so if you have someone else that's in the know who you trust, you can give them my card so they can also text me.
Well, what about you? How are you staying safe?
Oh, she pulls out her phone and introduces you to a family tracking app. I have GPS and a cell phone.
Neat.
Sorry.
Just starting to really like this family.
And also, our parents can use their hair or blood to track us because we are their kin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad to hear it. From what little I understand, it seems like those of us with magical nature are more or less the targets. I don't know much beyond that.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. I know, we've been trying to keep an eye on each other, but having someone who cares about you and care about go missing can be pretty detrimental. So, I guess we'll wait for your friend to text us back, and I have your hair.
I'm sorry
Might
the
as well
news.
continue with dinner if you guys are okay with that.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry the news wasn't on a better note.
I'm gonna be honest. If you two help us catch that fucker, you're in. You wanna be?
I will happily help you catch this fucker because I need to punch him in the face for treating me like something that is to be harvested and not held for ransom. I'm actually quite offended.
Fair enough. And, if your guy friends want to get into a fraternity, I can talk to the fraternity. But
You can't have
is
them
our
feeling
town
left out.
But come on. Your two friends are still outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of them wasn't feeling well.
I'll go ahead and pull them in and let you two head down to the dining room, okay?
Thank you.
Make sure you guys are escorted out of her room before leaving you alone.
Yeah.
And then she goes to Richard and Dougler's character. Gentlemen, if you're feeling all right
Yep.
enough to come in, food's ready.
Okay.
Before she comes out, can I have a scene with Richard?
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I'm just kind of picturing this like a concrete little porch thing with like railings and just a couple steps going down.
Mhm.
So, Richard, when
Yeah?
did you start seeing things?
After my brother literally gave up his existence to save my life. It's one of the fun little perks that came with it. The very first time my grandmother left us one of those real old like oil lamps, and she passed before I was born. I never actually met her, but I remember touching that lamp and just seeing her there. She was using it, and like I'm surprised it was something so simple, but it was her knitting a blanket for me and my brother. She died like 2 or 3 months before we were born, but it was her knitting that, and since then, significant objects, if I touch them, I can get a imprint. Though that touching her, that was the most vivid one I've ever had.
You never had anything that bad before?
nothing near that bad. I felt myself die.
Shit.
Well, actually, technically, that's the second time I felt myself die, but that's the worst Vision's ever gotten. I did technically drown.
But I hear that's probably one of the worst ways to go, other than burning.
Yeah, no, it's horrific, and I would not wish it on. Sorry, there's one person I would wish it on. The fucker that killed her. However, I'll
enough.
probably have to settle for. And I pat my pocket awkwardly where my gun still is. I'll probably have to settle for this. Or a Molotov. I still think we should get a Molotov. The thing is probably weaker to fire than most things, and getting one of those in its like open maw might help. The fuck if I
Well.
want to get near it.
We'll stop by Kroger afterwards and buy you a bottle of vodka.
But yeah, man, our powers suck.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've never had the experience somebody's death before. I've seen it a couple times. They're accidents, just not from their perspective.
What?
Can you at least control yours?
Kind of. Like, if I don't touch anything, I'm fine. And I do kind of have to focus to use it, but if I'm not paying enough attention, I don't have any sort of like, oh, I can have it at any time. I have to actually like touch it, but I have no way of knowing what it will be. I can't direct it. It's just a significant thing that involves that object, and apparently corpses now. Hell, I wasn't sure it was even going to work.
Well,
I'm not sure if I should be glad or pissed off that it did.
I'm gonna say pissed off because I get a chance to focus you.
Still, it was technically useful.
True.
Okay, at least I don't have seizures. That has to be hell to deal with.
Oh, it's fucking awful. Everyone reaches in his pocket and pull a bottle of pills. Like, this stuff's supposed to help, but it doesn't most of the time.
Hey, maybe if we can trust them, one of the girls might have something that might work a bit better. If it's like magically induced, maybe there's some sort of like, I don't know, potion or something. I don't know. I'm very self-taught.
Maybe.
And then I think in his head, at least I can do this.
You can do what?
I think in your head.
Oh,
No,
you think
you
in
figure
my
your-
head?
Yes. At least I can do this. One-way telepathy.
Okay, we have to find a way to make it two-way, then we hit a casino.
You actually do get a laugh out of Richard. The first one you've heard since, all this happened. Probably not.
So ever.
With our luck, all the casinos are owned by vampires.
I'm sure that's not that one by just plain Jane models.
I just hope so. I finish off the water bottle.
Think good now?
Yeah, we should probably get in a moment. I gave Justin a text. What do you think? Do you think I should let them know?
Well, I met with Dad the other day, and he believed me when I told him about the vision. So
Yeah, but there's a difference between visions, and I'm literally haunted by a spirit wearing the guise of my dead brother, and
oh no, don't
when
tell that shit.
yeah, and I can touch objects and see their past.
Yeah, just say, oh, what's that thing called? You can read the past of objects, not the future.
Yeah, I'm going to admit, I just call it part of my shine.
And at that, someone comes out. Are you guys good? We've got food ready. I talked
Yeah.
to your lady
Yeah, I'm
friend.
good.
Oh,
Yeah, she mentioned that
what?
you had a run-in with Susan's remains.
That is one way of putting it.
It's simple and to the point. So, but I think we're waiting on a text from your friend. So,
Okay. Is it safe to talk out here?
yeah.
Ugh. For me personally, it was a little bit more than a run-in. I have one ability that is very unusual. I can see the paths of objects that I touch if I focus, and it apparently works on corpses.
Right.
So I sort of, kind of, literally experienced her death.
I've heard of that kind of ability before.
Okay.
I'm
You
sorry.
don't have anything of hers? It might not give any new information, but it might.
Her parents took everything, dude.
Okay. It was worth a shot.
I get it.
I just... No one should die like that.
Well, food's ready.
Okay, yeah. Eating is probably a good idea, though. Yeah, okay.
So
Thanks.
she leads you guys back in. In general, the meal goes pretty uneventful. Jessica does a lot to make sure to steer the conversation in a way that doesn't cause any issues.
Yeah, it's. I think after all of that, I definitely switch gears again. Not bringing up any of that kind of thing as well, and just trying to be amicable.
Yeah. Richard,
Yeah?
towards the end of dinner, you actually do get a text from Justin,
Okay.
letting you know that it's all good for you guys to come back.
It's... Our friend is waiting for us now.
One more question. Justin, are you all right with the sorority mother coming?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So she actually offers to drive. She lets the girls know that she's going to step out with you guys for a little bit. And says she'll probably be back in about an hour or two.
I'll meet you outside of the guest house.
She has like a minivan. Sorority mother.
Yeah.
Oi,
It's a
Richard.
thing.
Yeah, I am, again, slightly petrified.
Would you like us to
Definitely
tie
on
you up?
edge. No, that... What? How would that help?
I mean, secure you in place.
You also gotta run for the car too, so we don't have to chase you to bring you back.
We can tie you to the roof of the car if it'll make it less stressful than being inside.
No,
Just Mr. Bean.
I just don't like cars, okay?
You know, get him a lazy boy to the top of the roof.
Maybe we'll start light and just go with the blindfold.
I do tell Goldie that I'm definitely up for modeling for her.
Just not right now.
Yeah, something had to be taken care of.
She says, no worries. You have her phone number. You can always let her know when you're ready.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, the travel to Justin's is not too bad. You do see Jessica stare at the house for a minute.
Yeah, he's pretty, well off.
Yeah, no, I think that my family knows his family.
Yeah, I kind of had that impression, and it's honestly why I didn't say who it was. I didn't mean to keep that from you, but I figured.
Yeah,
I didn't want the wrong,
okay.
I didn't want the wrong impression with the news.
I mean, let's
We
go.
we can safely say that they're not responsible for it.
I mean, that's good.
He's...
So, Brian, you said Justin's waiting outside?
Yeah, he said he was outside the guest house.
Yeah, get out for a second.
So, a minivan pulls up.
We got some feedback.
Yeah.
Sounds like my old feedback. Oh,
You good?
I think I'm all right.
All right.
It just trapped you for just a second.
So,
Alright.
minivan pulls up. A slightly older woman steps out along with your friends.
There you go. You guys are all parked at the big house.
Yep.
Oh, I'll come and meet you guys and be like, all right, are we all ready to kind of take a look at everything, figure everything out?
Yeah.
Nope. Let's do it.
So,
yes.
your friends mentioned that you have Susan's remains.
Yeah, you might all want to kind of take a look and figure everything out.
Yes, please. My name's Jessica, by the way.
Come follow me. I'm Justin. As you guys come to the house, everyone is going to place their hand over the mezuzah before you enter the house.
Absolutely.
Just
What
so
does this
you
do?
under. It's just an understanding that you follow the house rules.
What are the house rules?
Well, they're posted right on the inside of the door, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna be sending
Yeah, I always read the NDAs before I sign. Sorry.
Not to worry.
I go in and I read the rules.
Break it, fix it. You know, the standard of you're a guest. If you use it, replace it.
I have a question.
This doesn't apply retroactively, does it?
If you're in here, if you're in the house, it will apply.
Once I agree to it, yes?
Have the ability to put it into the Dresden chat. So, First rule: if you open it, close it.
You have to do push to talk so they hear you. That was to Shay.
Yeah. Why are the rules on the inside of the door? Shouldn't they be like on the outside?
Look prettier.
Oh, well, nobody can read it on the outside or on the inside.
Well, if you, with the door open, you should be able to see it.
Okay.
So the door is open. You should be able to see it and read it.
Like
Second
them. We
question.
should.
What if it doesn't want to be turned off?
Be nice. Just keep everything clean. Let's keep everything nice and copacetic. If not, the house get angry.
It's fair. Don't trash your house.
Believe me, if things don't go right, the house will get angry.
All right.
It
Well,
sounds like you're saying your house is sapient.
sentient.
For the most part, I've kind of put a lot of heart and soul into kind of fixing this up and everything, and you'll see once you walk inside.
And this is for the guest house, right?
This is for the guest house. This is the primary. Justin basically took over the guest house as his,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why he first started out with moving everything into the basement, and then gradually he started just working on the house himself.
Well, I suppose I can sign it.
For all our safety.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can we put one of these on our in our dorm room? I like it.
I like this. Another.
So for those who are not Jewish, mezuzah is usually placed on the outside of your house, welcoming you guys in with a Jewish prayer for welcoming inside. So please come inside and enjoy.
Yep.
As you walk inside, you're going to kind of see kind of more of a log cabinish feel inside. Kind of oldish feeling. If you look into the floor's kind of done in hardwood, with patterns of different runes in the floor. Just kind of give that sense of calming as you walk in the house. Go into the kitchen. It's going to be kind of an old kitchen. There aren't really any like electronics around. From the kitchen, there's kind of a living area. You're going to see mostly kind of a game room with board games and stuff. 8-person poker table and stuff. And over it says, "Let's settle this like adults." So, as you guys come in, we're gonna head toward the closet that's under the stairs. Upstairs is just 2 bedrooms. Justin opens the door to the closet that's under the stairs and then lifts a hatch in the floorboard that's gonna take us into the basement. Entering the basement, the sense is kind of going to change from more of a calming sensation to more of a let's actually get something done and actually do some research and stuff. And then it's going to kind of still kind of have kind of sense, but you're kind of again enter this look of a 60s doctor's office with a basically a stone table in the middle with certain runes around it and certain Jewish lettering around it. with different stones representing the chakra, and then you will see Sarah's corpse.
Susan.
And that is where the autopsy is. So basically, he's got a lot of old medical equipment, none of the, like, modern stuff we're doing it. It's basically going to be simple. It's going to be like blood pressure stuff, old tools, all that stuff. A little creepy of a vibe, but enough that you know it's medical attention that you could probably get. Semi-confidently. So, how do we want to figure out what stuff I have learned through doing the autopsy?
All right. So, let's see. Probably going to scholarship. Let me check all this.
Yeah, scholarship would be research and medical attention and lab.
That is what I got.
Question:
Yes.
Could
Answer.
I retroactively assist in a way by using investigation and now I shine to give details of her death?
No,
So
you were not.
no?
No, you were not
Okay.
there during the investigation portion. So it's going to be scholarship and it's going to be lore.
I have that down. I also have so I was gonna also use investigation on the kind of corpse to see any like telltale signs
That's fine.
before stuff was gonna do that.
So go ahead and just roll me all three and let me know what each one is.
That sounds fine. I'm gonna use
Consider your aspects and what you're doing.
I believe that would be mad science and then mystical arts. This is my work.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a ritual.
Also, I believe you have a Frankenstein aspect.
Yep. So that's a 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here. So here. Oh, shit. It's been a while since I've rolled.
Mm-hmm.
So first one. 4. Come on. 4. This is scholarship.
Okay. Oh boy.
Where'd the roll?
Is it still adding too many dice?
Well, he's got a +4.
No, plus
44.
4. Yeah, where am I at?
So he's got
So-
+4 in there twice.
Yeah, but one would be for the aspects he called, one would be for his actual skill, and then one is for the D4.
Okay.
I rolled 3 pluses on there, so I actually got a stupidly good roll with that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure because it's like
No, I know.
11.
The next one is going to be.
You can hover over and see what it is. So
Mhm. That's
Yeah.
why I was asking about the double 4s.
It is
Yeah.
going to be another +4 because this is actually going to be the lore.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to do the same thing like I did before.
Yeah, I will give Brian this. He is actively rolling within his wheelhouse right now.
Okay.
So that's another. Okay, that's good. Go
8.
ahead and roll again.
And then, of course, this one was the investigation of just kind of common stuff. So, there we go. And I'm assuming I can still use the same.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
That one makes sense. It's a +2.
It's a +2. I got 4, and then I rolled all pluses on there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. So, one, so you're doing the autopsy. You recognize the techniques. The techniques that are being used to make this are your family's techniques.
Now, was it techniques that were learned or techniques that were passed down? And techniques that I've learned myself?
They are techniques you would have learned through your family's notes.
That's... And it's all kind of like, I can actually recognize that it's kind of done.
You recognize that this is your family's style. Whoever is doing this has magical knowledge. They are at least as magically inclined as you are, if not more so. And they are using your family's techniques.
You got a copycat in your hands.
I'm a little hurt by this, going... So, in my opinion, there's a reason why you tend not to try to bring things back.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever noticed, Frankenstein have gone insane, and their creations tend to go insane themselves and murder their creator.
Sometimes the creator deserves it. Jessica says.
Yes.
Real quick, roll me a either empathy or lore.
I'm gonna roll you just a straight lore, no modifier.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
I'd say that's enough for what I'm having you roll for. So, you know, some of your family's creations have survived and gone off, right?
Yes.
Particularly Adam, the first one, right?
Yes.
She has all of the signs of being a second generation.
Wait, you're talking the corpse right now?
No, the other woman that has joined your party right now. Jessica. The one that just made a comment that sometimes the creators deserve it.
Yes. I would agree. And I think you know firsthand.
Well, my father knows more than I do.
Or second.
Yeah.
So, if you've also realized, if you look around, I think the primary thing with
I recognize your family's crest on the gate outside.
The way I look at learning all of this and doing all of this is you're going against faith in a lot of this as well. Because you don't have the blessing of a higher power. Don't play God.
It's about right. This is also the kind of thing that gets the White Council on your ass.
Which I was thinking we should probably see about inviting them here to figure out what's going on.
Well, it's
Any
against
idea?
the mountains territory.
You do not invite the White Council into the mountains territory. You realize that, right?
Probably why.
Technically, I mean, I do not. I'm still technically learning. So, I mean, never really looked into the mountain. That goes more ceiling.
Well, that may be the whole reason that they set up here. Whoever they are.
That's fine. I mean, it would make a certain amount of sense. But the mountain isn't Sealy. The mountain's a dragon.
Is the dragon that's in the sorority related to the mountain?
What's that?
Is the dragon in the
Somebody's feedback
Sorority.
looping again.
Is the dragon in the sorority
Related?
Yes.
What do you think?
Probably. 9 out of 10 chance. I don't know how many dragons there are.
Probably
Not
good.
that many.
Not all dragons are related.
But I'm figuring most dragons are tutorial, so they probably wouldn't like another dragon in their territory. Unless they're related.
More or less.
Okay. Sorry, I'm very self-taught here. I just
Somehow I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you are. Except maybe the two ladies.
So,
I'm in the know enough, yes.
well, none of my family is in the know. I'm the only one in my family in the know.
Okay.
I kind of shoved it into a tool shed to get in the know, but still, yeah.
Good to know. Are you done with her head?
Yeah. I mean, I think we got a lot of the information to really get started. If we want to compare notes, we can do that.
I want to take it and give it to her family.
That's probably for the best.
I look at the head. Is it still visibly undead?
It's dead.
Yeah,
No,
but I'm
just-
asking. Did it have like little arms attached?
Yeah.
You
Little
might want to clean that first.
See, what I've kind of done with the body as well is I've taken a lot of the stitching out. So the body itself has kind of was folded a lot of kind of weird stuff. Now it's kind of been folded to look more human-like.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's kind of, it looks more like a person and not like as deformed. I did my best to kind of present the body in the way it is.
Right.
I also, I guess this would that be ritual and conviction as well? Because I was planning to take a lot of the evil and place it into a box. I don't know what the word for the
Dybbuk box?
huh?
Are you talking about a Dybbuk box?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
So that was something I was
Um,
actually also planning to do, and I think that would be conviction or discipline.
Whatever you have to use for your ritual.
I believe that's conviction. And I'm going to take stress to do that, right? I can do that. Is this technically using magic?
You do not have to take stress if you are successful. 1, 2, you're doing a magical ritual. Let me see your character sheet.
But I know
So you have straight ritual.
Bless the house, so that would be a 1.
Well, the
Or-
house helps with your threshold. It does not improve your ritual capabilities.
Fair. Okay. Now, can I call Frankenstein and work again?
For doing an act of arguably religious faith with a debit box, no.
All right, fair. So it'll just be straight. That works.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hit that multiple times? No, I got.
believe it was just the once.
No, I accidentally.
No, you did do it multiple times.
Yeah, the first one I got a 4.
4. Okay, a 4 would let you do it.
Okay.
So,
So
question
yeah,
becomes then how.
So please, Justin, mark on your character sheet that you have a Dybbuk box. Or, like, just make sure that we mark it somewhere that you own that right now.
you can do that.
So, question becomes then if we have a vague idea of who's doing this,
Mm-hmm.
how do we find them?
I mean, I saw their face, didn't I?
You did not.
I did not see their face. I heard their voice.
You saw a face.
Ah. Right, okay.
And a thing that sounds remarkably similar to what attacked Dougler's character,
Okay.
Derek.
Oh, right. Did we ever inform her about exactly how the kidnapping was being taken place? Like, what the creature was?
No.
I feel like... Oh, okay. I actually... Perk up. Actually, this is relevant information. And I described the creature to her so that if she can figure out any sort of way to prepare for something like that, she knows at least.
She would definitely take notes.
Yeah.
She does look at the 3 gentlemen. I have locks of the girl's hair to help if I need to locate them. Would you gentlemen consent to that as well?
Not unconditionally. 'Cause that can be kind of used for other things too.
It can. The ladies can attest that I will give you a claim upon my power.
She did give her word to not use it for anything else. It was very intricate.
I'm actually going to run a lore just so I can understand that because she never actually talked to me about that.
Correct.
So.
Is my brother giving any sort of feedback one way or the other if I should or not?
Not at the moment. For the 2, you know that if she's offering up an agreement that on her power she will do something, that basically is like a very serious deal. It would render her basically mortal if she broke that.
If neither of the other 2 step up, I do pluck a hair and, like,
Yeah.
look at her.
She pulls out a vial. She
Mhm.
makes a label, and she holds out her hand to hold the hair at the same time as you are, and
Mhm.
holds her other hand out to shake.
Mhm.
On my power, either lock of hair shall only be used to locate you if we fear for your safety.
Agreed, and I will hand it over.
She puts it in the vial, and she closes it.
Jericho grabs him as well.
She makes the same promise, puts it in a vial with a label, and then she looks at Justin.
I've done the same thing.
So you do it?
Yep.
Okay. She makes the same agreement with you. Well, at least if you go missing, we'll be able to hopefully find you.
Still though, how are we gonna find this person? Any ideas? Or are we just waiting for them to come after us again?
I think we have enough to start investigating. I can talk to some of the girls. I'm gonna take Susan's head back and see if they can do anything to test the magic. And then we can meet back up in a few days, if that's all right with you guys.
Of course.
They have to go find the rest of her body with it, though.
We can, possibly, but we'll have to see.
Did she take the components that were taken off as well, or just the base head?
Just the base head. Excuse me, I have to use the restroom.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Actually, I will do the same and get something to drink.
Okay. Small break time.
Yeah, might as well read the wash as well.
Okay, sorry about that. Hello?
Hello. We broke for a small break.
Okay.
Yep. So everybody's grabbing a drink and going to the bathroom as well.
Okay. I mean, we're also close to a good stopping point, so.
I have returned.
Just waiting on the others.
Alrighty.
back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, all the like weird little shit is still there.
So, Justin took the parts that were Susan
Mm-hmm.
and cleaned them up so they looked a little more human again.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all the other shit. Like the armature that was crafted to have the skin grafted on it and everything.
We should bury it.
Jessica said she's going to give it to the family.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean like the little. No, I'm saying bury all the little bits as well. That's still someone.
Well, the armature is not necessarily someone.
The parts that are abomination you should burn. Don't commit such a thing to the earth.
Okay, let's burn it then.
So a lot of the evil has been kind of pushed into a.
So, just to
Into
sum
the
up this
box.
situation. So, we're close to a stopping point. So, just to sum up the situation, Jessica is taking the parts that were Susan so she can return them to the family after some of the witches in the sorority who have, one, a personal connection, and two, are a little more powerful mages, examine it and see if they can find anything. After that, Susan will be given to her parents. The armature, which is basically the underparts underneath of what was Susan, have been separated for Justin to determine what needs to be done with them, with you guys, potentially. The evil magic, the residual evil that was left around the item, has been siphoned into a Dybbuk box, which is a box in Jewish tradition used to secure evil. So it has basically been cleansed.
I don't suppose I can sit on the ritual. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't suppose I could sit in on your location ritual.
Jessica considers that for a moment. I can let the coven know and see if they're comfortable with that.
Just give a nod.
She looked at Justin. I'm going to take this back now. Call me if you come up with anything else.
I sure will.
So she actually heads out, leaving you guys together after this situation. And at that point, we're actually going to end it. So there's a couple things. Considering everything, I think Justin's going to get a fate point. I think both ladies are going to get a fate point.
Yay.
And I think that's all the fate points right now. So that's the end. Are there any comments or questions or concerns at this point?
Nope. Still getting back into regaining my feet, as it were.
Okay. So
will my
plan is-
consequence clear up?
your consequence clears now.
Okay.
So next game session should be next week, barring any unforeseen circumstances again. And we should be in a good spot.
All
right.
Well,
All right.
great game, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Of course, this has been a Dresden File RPG using the Fate Core system, Fated Seattle Tales. Thank you to our storyteller for running for us. It's good to be back and doing so. And I definitely want to close this off once more with a fuck Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast, just to really cement it for YouTube. So fuck Hasbro, fuck Wizards of the Coast.
Amen.
And
Long live Orc and long live the players.
yes,
Exactly.
so cancel your D&D Beyond subscription if you haven't done so already. Mine has long since been burned, and we will continue to not support them. So everybody, have a good night. Let your voice be heard, etc. So forth.